Hey, what's up, folks? It's like this. It's still 21st of June, 2010. I just want to let you know, as I said earlier in my previous video, I've got a bad feeling. I've had a bad feeling all day. It's been getting worse. Now, my having a bad feeling doesn't necessarily mean anything. But, we'll put it like this. I put out a video a long time ago about the sixth sense, about meditation, but mostly about this very real sixth sense. Before we went to war, every single veteran told me, you have a sixth sense. You'd better learn to listen to it. You'd better get in tune with it because it'll save your life. I was told this so many times I couldn't even really come across how important this was. And I talked to too many people who are still alive today because they just got that feeling in their gut, they got that tingle in their neck, and they took a right turn when they were supposed to go straight and missed an IED. And they're still alive for that reason. But going back to the point, my having a bad feeling today doesn't really mean anything, but if I can look around collectively and find more, then I tend to get a little more concerned. So I will say this, I did reach out to a lot of veterans that I know today that have been in tuned to this sense, that are fully aware of it, and every one of them, across the board, have told me exactly that. Really bad feeling in the pit of their gut. Something's going on. Something's going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the sense that the whole Earth is going to get hit by an asteroid or if the New World Order is going to do something. I don't know. I just know it's that bad sense that there's some kind of impending doom. And I've received a few emails from people today. There was I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm just going to tell you what I was told, but there will be an article here about Fort Dix. Now, the Fox article just says that a New Jersey naval base was reopened after a FedEx driver was detained over a firearm in the truck. I'm not going to get into the article because I had a soldier that is mobilizing out of Fort Dix send me an email telling me that, and this is absolutely nuts, that they were told there was a shooter on base. They were told to take their blank firing adapters off their weapons. They were told to mount their automatic weapons to the turrets. They were told they were going to be given live ammo and patrolling the base because they had a live shooter. Then he said they got another story that they had found an IED at Lakehurst, which is, I believe, the Naval Center there. And when explosive ordnance disposal went out to take care of it, somebody opened fire on them. And so they said there were two reports from two separate places on this joint base where somebody opened fire. And he didn't really give any other details. He just said, don't believe for 1 second what the mainstream media is telling about it. And they literally downplayed the story to nothing. But, you know, maybe this is the tipping point that we've all been waiting for. And I kind of hope it is. I'm just fucking sick of this whole waiting game. And I'm sure that they are aware of it too. But with this new Orly Tates bit about Obama's birth certificate coming out, the Kenyan birth certificate that's been submitted now to the government, with the Manning trial finishing up, and by his own words, conclusively finding our president guilty on 17 counts, then they are going to take it to Congress, what they've got. Now, our Congress, our Senate, our entire government, and the entire media just sat there and they just pretend. They just pretend that this is crazy stuff. They just keep pretending it's not real. They just keep pretending we're all a bunch of fucking nut jobs. But they can't pretend it away forever. And so, at this point in the game, they could very well just keep pretending nothing's wrong. But the problem is that things are extremely wrong right now. Everything's wrong. I detailed so much of it on this bit, but you got to be blind not to see that everything is terribly wrong. And I do believe this is the tipping point. This is where they either collapse under their own bullshit, or they take their bullshit and they dump it right on our head. And given the current record that our government and the media and everyone else has had, I'm going to wager they're going to take a giant shit on us real soon. In what form, I don't know. I don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. But there's just too much going on. Just way too much going on. Folks, I don't know where it's going from here. I really don't. I really don't. But I would like to point out something interesting from Blackjack, because if you look at Blackjack and the end of it, they try to set up another false flag event and they get caught, and the revolution starts. Well, somebody else out there, and I'm not going to tell you who he is because he doesn't want to hear from you, and he's not going to post a video on YouTube, but a friend of mine got video in Baltimore from this last weekend in which a van, and this is a absolutely crazy looking vehicle, but this van has got a box truck pulled over, and out of the top of this van are two very large booms. The booms are wrapped with wire, and one of them looks to have a decently large 3x3 foot panel on it, and it looks to have some kind of camera equipment from the other one. And for our best guess, this is some kind of radiation or some other kind of detection equipment, and they had them pulled over. He said there was a full SWAT team there with a few vehicles and a box truck pulled over in Baltimore. I don't know what it was, but I really don't know what it was. I don't know what's going on with it all, but I'll leave it to you guys at that. Any of you other veterans out there, if you've been getting that feeling, send me an email, post a message, something. But I'm telling you right now, everybody I've talked to that understands that whole sixth sense is feeling it today. They're just feeling it. So, that all being said, you guys take care. And we'll keep you abreast of the situation if anything develops.